Welcome back to GoRacers.com for another edition of the Athletic Training Spotlight. Today we have Fulton Hart on the program. Just to kick things off, Fulton, when did you start at Murray State, and what has been your role within the athletic training staff during your time here?
So I started at Murray State in 2007. Fresh out of grad school, Murray State took a chance on me, hired me here. I've been here ever since. I've been with the football team as my primary assignment, taking care of them the entire time, and then also kind of have some oversight of some of the graduate assistants with some of the other sports that work out of the training room here in Stewart Stadium.
In recent years, a big topic in the media has been, attention to long-term injuries and the effects of injuries, especially in a sport like football. How has that impacted your approach as an athletic trainer?
I think the main thing, it hasn't really changed a whole lot of my approach because it's always been athlete first for me. The importance of that next game is not nearly important to me as it is. I want those guys to be able to toss the football around in the backyard with their kids someday. I want them to be able to do things down the road that they don't look back and think, oh, man, if I hadn't played that one game I went back too early or something like that, that it affects their life and they're unable to do the things that they want to do down the road.
What's one thing that you think maybe the everyday person might not know about the day-to-day responsibilities of an athletic trainer?
Just the amount of time we spend with the athletes and the relationship that we have with the athletes. As an athletic trainer, we get to spend more time with the athletes than really even the coaches do. The coaches are limited with their hours with the athletes by the NCAA. And for us, we can be around them all the time, 24/7, every day of the week, every day of the year. So I get to spend a lot of time with the athletes and really get to develop the relationships with those guys. And I end up, we learn way more about them than we ever wanted to at times because we are just a voice. We don't control their playing time. We don't control their scholarship dollars. We're just here and somebody that they can talk to about things going on at home, things going on, with their roommates, with their girlfriends, all that stuff. We're just a voice for them and somebody for them to talk to, and the relationships and how much time we get to spend with them is probably one thing that people don't realize.
Finally, we all know that athletic trainers make an enormous contribution to the success of their teams. Just like players practice, to hone their skills on the field, what drives you to be at the top of your game on game day?
I think it's this. I think it goes back to that previous answer a little bit. It's the relationships. We do spend so much time with these guys. I spend so much time watching them invest their time into playing the sport of football. Football is one of those sports where 12, 11 games a year, but you spend literally every other day of the year preparing for those 12 or 11 games, depending on the year. And we see how invested they are, and those limited opportunities. Every other sport plays that many games. The whole career of the football players, they play the number of games that most athletes play in one season. So we see the time that they invest, and I try to be the top of my game to keep them healthy and to get them well and make sure it's safe for them to participate, but be able to participate in as many of those opportunities as possible because they are so limited.